Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what makes you stand out from the crowd. So we're going to take a look at all these characteristics and all these personality traits and even physical looks that makes you stand out from any crowd you're in, whether that is your work, your social life, your friends, anywhere that you go. And before we start this reading, I just want to put out an important disclaimer out there that I've done before. If you feel like I haven't responded to your request emails, whether they're a reading or for the productivity book, know that I always answer emails. So maybe you want to check out your spam or junk mail. Sometimes there's a very slight chance that they end up there. All right, so to do this reading, as you can see, we have 4 piles for you here today. Take a look at which of these 4 piles you're the most interested in, you're the most drawn to, and as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, trust your intuition. It'll always lead you to the right combination of your readings. Hi, pile number 1. So you have chosen a mysterious card that we're going to take a look at now, along with your tarot cards, to get into a deeper reading, to find out what makes you stand out from the crowd. Okay. So pile number 1, let's put it here. You have patience. So there's a lot of things that I see in your card, and I want you to take a look, to take the time to have a look at it as well as I speak. So it looks like a foggy picture. You can't really clearly see the mountains. You can clearly see the bird flying there. So there's a lot to say about you, not to mention patience, of course. So what I can straight away tell you, what makes you stand out, pile number 1, is your intelligence. Now, you are not the sort of person who gets into the crowd and shares and blabbers everything about you and your future plans. Your intelligence is one of your very strong systems that helps protect you and helps you stand out in the crowd, because you're very wise about what you say. You don't reveal everything about you. And the reason I'm saying that very confidently is because with the fog occurs when the air is cool to the point which it cannot hold the water vapor, and so it condenses the water vapor where it's suspended in the air as fog, and you can't really see much. You don't know what's ahead. You don't know what to expect, and so people look at you, they think you seem clear, but they still can't figure you out because you're talkative, you're not quiet, you share, but not too much. You know, that expression from the Devil's Advocate movie, see but don't touch, touch but don't taste, taste but don't swallow. You have that sort of energy to you. You give just the right amount, but not too much. And people are always wondering, like they felt like they wanted more and they just didn't get it. They don't know what to expect from you. You're pretty smart. You know what to say and when. You don't reveal your plans too early. And it's not like you're some malicious, manipulative person at all. You're just very wise. You are aware that not everyone around you has the best intentions towards you and everyone else. So you're just being careful. And you like to make sure that you say the right thing at the right time. You listen attentively very well. And you are careful with what you say. You share your, see, you have the sun here as well, and you have a free bird. So there's this combination of you openly sharing what you believe in. You come across as a free person. You're talkative. You're not someone who's shy. But at the same time, you're careful. And you give just the right amount. People at some point cannot get deeper into who you are unless you allow them to get into your world. And so that's when they can understand more about you. And even then, pile one, you're also careful about what to say, because you have very high intuition. It's not common for you to trust openly because of your intuition. You can tell from one look or from one word that what they said or what they did doesn't seem 100% from a clear crystal place. And you yourself intuitively can see where the fog is in people. You're able to identify if something feels off, even if this person is cheering you on, trying to help you out. If one word comes off, feels off, didn't fit in place, because you're an honest person yourself, so you know what honesty is like, you would be careful. You would hit it on the nail right away. Is that the expression? You would hit the nail on the head straight away on identifying that something is wrong. And so you won't shut off. You'll just see the red flag. You will be the same person as you are. You will still love them. Who's perfect anyway, right? But at the same time, you will notice the red flag, and you'll be careful that there's something a little off right there. Wow. Pile number one, such a wise personality. I love how your brain functions. Yeah, I love your personality, pile number one. There's patience here, and that goes hand in hand with what we were saying in terms of how you deal with people. Now, that's just one side of your patience. When it comes to the rest of your patience, since you love your freedom so much, since you love being a free soul and you have a goal to go after because it pertains to your freedom, hold on, let me take out the noise. You have the patience to take on whatever is necessary to reach your goals, because goals to you aren't just about achieving dreams, which, don't get me wrong, is super important to this pile. I feel the passion, especially with the sun, and even intuitively from you, from my heart, very clearly. But there's also another part of the equation for it. You love your freedom so much that you want to achieve things in order to experience doing what it is that you want and not feeling stuck like you can't do it. So, very unique combination here, pile number one. You're certainly not someone with a common characteristic, not a common person. And this is exactly why this came out in your reading, what makes you stand out from the crowd. So people can see and tell straight away that you're a free soul. You're not the sort of person to be tied down by plans or manipulative acts whatsoever. You are ready to take yourself out of the situation if it's not working for you. And they see your perseverance. They think it's because you want to achieve your dreams, but like I said, part of that is absolutely true, but they don't know to what extent you have a free soul in your heart, at the depth of your soul, and you're willing to go after what is needed to experience what you want, to live the freedom that already lives in your head, pile number one. So yes, your uniqueness straight away makes you stand out. People see how you protect this freedom. And these strategies that you have, I want to say strategies loosely because they're not really strategies. They come from a wise place. These wise acts that you do are there to wisely protect you so that you can mingle with people gracefully, without drama-free, and at the same time protect yourself. So that's what you're all about here. Pile number one, I seriously have a lot of respect for you. I keep saying I attract unique people to my channel. I won't be ashamed of continuing to say that because this is the truth. This is really what I see. So thank you for being here, pile number one. Okay, wow, you have the Justice, like I just said very quickly here. With the Justice card, pile number one, I see a lot of honesty in you. Like I said, what you do doesn't come from a place of maliciousness. It comes from a place of creating balance, of being fair to the people around you while being fair to yourself. So what makes you stand out wherever you are, pile number one, is that people can tell you're an honest person. People can tell that you have integrity. If this is your work, people will know that you will deliver what you need to deliver with integrity, on time, and that you're ready to apologize and say sorry and rectify whatever you've done if necessary. You're not ashamed to call yourself out in a decent way and give people their rights. You're not afraid of saying the truth. In fact, if you were passionate about a certain opinion that you really believed in, you have no problem changing that opinion in a matter of seconds if it proves to be wrong. You're not afraid to announce your change of opinion because at the end of the day, you're a smart person. You believe so much in yourself. You have so much self-confidence. You don't care if people think you were wrong in the first place. You are all about doing what's right. You have a lot of self-esteem and self-confidence, and you're not afraid of changing your opinion and saying what's right at the end of the day. Beautiful, honest person there, pile number one. All right, so let's see what else you have. Eight of Wands. You are an active person, pile number one. Now, I'm not talking about you moving around all day. Maybe you do, but you can chill out and have fun and relax most of your day. What I mean by an active person here is you're the sort of person who people can call, tell crazy ideas, but seem like a wonderful idea, and you go, you know what? I'm joining it. You can join in adventure. And in fact, even if people don't call you, that was just an example to make you understand what I'm trying to say. You are always up to something interesting. You're up to a new hobby that you undertake and learn a lot about. You might just all of a sudden be inspired by someone, for example, who travels, and you might feel like, oh, but I don't have the finances to do that. You listen to them and you kind of think, well, you know what, it might be doable. Why don't I give myself that? You'll find yourself researching, planning, putting accurate plans together, making sure you're safe and well padded, but at the same time, it allows you to be a free soul and take on that adventure that you want to do. And that goes with everything, even when it comes to your work. You're not afraid of taking on a side hustle that you absolutely love. In fact, if you're not happy at work, you might even be the sort of person who plans very well. Remember, you're a very wise person, but make sure they work on it until they get to that point where they can liberate themselves. Do you see the combination here of being active and free? Do you see that from the very beginning? So what makes you stand out from people is your uniqueness. That uniqueness stems from you constantly taking action. You're not the sort of person who follows the crowd, waits for an idea to come to them, waits to see what everyone else is doing so that you can join in and do it as well. You are actively pursuing what is interesting to you. You have a free soul that is always after something that fills your heart and soul. You love discovering things. You love going after what's interesting, and you are always actively pursuing that. Not just in terms of dipping your toes in the water. No. You're all in. You want to experience it, you want to feel it, you want to learn about it, you want to touch it, you want to go after it. You want to get into the experience and learn and immerse yourself in it, and then perhaps keep it or do something else. Go after something else that interesting. With the Justice here, along with your free spirit, you're organized. You're not haphazard. You plan things well. You make sure that you do justice to yourself, to your right, and the people around you. You do not hurt anyone before you take on that creative journey that you want to go through. Pretty interesting. Pile number 1. Really interesting personality. So you have, of course, the 3 of Pentacles. Pile number 1, that really gives me the idea that along with all of that, you have the Midas touch. That card is all about cooperation and working towards something. And I feel like you always associate yourself with the right, with the right type of organizations or activities. Now let me put more details into what I want to say here. You have the Midas touch, and that's for real. I mean, a lot of people do have, not a lot of people, but there is a substantial number of people who love quality, love doing the best and achieving something great out of it. But you genuinely, pile number 1, do have the Midas touch. Whatever you put your hands into will turn into something amazing. You look at the details, you look at the big picture, you have a heart that wants to achieve quality and reach beyond what's already been there. And so equally, you want to look for companies or activities or groups that are after something interesting that fills your mind and heart. And so you always are out on the look for these type of communities that understand you, but you, pile number 1, still stand out with your love for quality, what you have to put in, because you are a person, don't forget, who themselves are into so many interesting things throughout your life, and you've gained a lot of experience from all these different things that you've pursued. And so when you join a unique computer, when you join, maybe you're into computer, when you join a unique community, even in this unique community, pile number 1, you stand out with everything that we just said, specifically with you turning everything you touch into gold. People know and love to work with you. Every time they work with you, they see your uniqueness. They know you're a winning horse in this group. They would want to be part of your group because they know you're going to do something great. It's going to not just stand out, it's going to stand out miles and miles apart from everything else, because you like to have big goals, go after these big goals, experience everything in them, learn everything from them, and put your heart and soul to give what you have learned, taking a good look at the big picture as well as the small picture, the details, not the small picture, the details of everything, making sure it satisfies your heart, pile number 1. All right, so now let's take a look at your last card here, Knight of Wands. So pile number 1, along with all of that, you are quite a passionate person. The reason you stand out is, while you initially seem to be poised, and you are poised, don't get me wrong, your poise and self-confidence might give the initial impression that you're not the sort of person who's going to be very passionate halfway through. But when people get to know you, they see this combination of you being poised and very passionate at the same time. So you have a lot of self-confidence when you're working on something or engaged in a conversation with friends. You put your heart and mind out, and at the same time they can feel the passion in what you're saying or doing. They can see that you truly believe in what you do and say, that it comes straight from your heart, and it really makes you a real person. And it's one of the things that not only makes you stand out, this combination of being poised and passionate, but it really makes people love you, because they feel like they're talking to a real person. They're not talking to a confident person who's playing pretend. They're talking to a genuinely calm, confident person who's passionate, not afraid to speak out their mind freely and say what they believe in. Wow, pile number one. I truly love your personality. It was really an honor doing this reading for you. So that was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number two. So we're taking a look at what makes you stand out from the crowd. We're going to take a look at your oracle card here first, your mysterious oracle card here, and then we'll use tarot to find and get into deep details about what makes you stand out in a crowd. This is going to be a detailed, deep reading for you. So let's see what you have here. Healing chaos. What an interesting card to appear in a reading like that. That tells me a lot of things about you, especially with the butterflies here. Now look, pile number two. With circles and spirals in general, that's a big energetic symbol, especially with sacred geometry. The circles, they're the creation of life. You will notice circles and spirals in everything. If you take a look at how witches create spells, they use the energy of a circle. They create a circle to contain their spell and make it come to life. You'll see, of course, the planets revolving around each other. The spiral is just in everything, even in our DNA. And so it's all about energy, creation, but also healing, because a pile number, powerful creation energy and powerful healing, because it's not a coincidence that, hold on, it's gone. It's not a coincidence that the ancient symbol of healing is the Casadus, which is the two serpents surrounding, going in a spiral. So what I see here for you, pile number two, is that you have a strong divine healing power in you. And whether you're aware of how strong it is or not, I doubt that you're not aware. People instantly are sucked and drawn to you in any environment that you're in. They feel your beautiful energy, this butterfly energy that you give off. Sweet person who has strong energy, and everyone is sucked into you. They feel like they first find you very strong, very confident, but when they get to know you, they say, "You're so sweet. I didn't think you would be that sweet." And once they get to know you, they get to see your heart. They trust you immensely. They feel like they found one of the unique people in the world. They heal from you just by listening to your thoughts, by your empathy, by others, considering others. Pile number two, such a sweet pile here. You have a power to transform people. So pile number two, you have divine healing power. You'll find yourself thriving and doing magic if you learn things like pranic healing, Reiki, or just simply getting into coaching and actually listening to people and helping them out with their problems. You have a do you see your card? Excuse me, I didn't show it to you properly. You have very powerful transformational power, pile number two, with all these beautiful butterflies. You make people reach their potential, see themselves as they truly are, and you have a combination of being very empathetic but very powerful at the same time. You are not afraid to tell people where to look, where they're going wrong, and you encourage people to go towards the right track and not just listening to them cry about it, while you're very empathetic and you listen to them and harbor them. But at the same time, once you do, you will slowly take them little by little towards experiencing a better life. And believe me, pile number 2, believe me, you don't need me to say believe me, you know this about you. Once people are sucked into your life, get to know who you are, and feel your beautiful divine healing powers, they cannot leave your life. If you turn on them like a tornado, they're not using your beautiful kindness in the right way, and you shut them off and move on, you are one of the people who people cannot let go of. Once they get to know you and experience this unique type of empathy, healing power, empowerment, they cannot leave you. You'll find people who remember you after years when you shut them off, reminiscing over your beautiful friendship, feeling remorseful that they lost a person like you. You'll find a lot of people are not capable of easily detaching themselves from you. If you feel like you've turned on them because of lack of respect, for example, you'll find you are the only person in their life who they will persistently call them, make it up to them, try to fix it with them. And with your energy, of course, you'll be attracting a lot of people who will claim that they'll change, but they don't. And so you'd be giving them several opportunities because you realize how much you mean to them, and then realize once and for all that they're not changing, and then you'll take, just like a tornado, a strong action to cut them off. You'll find that you attract beautiful people like you, but you'll also attract toxic people who want to feed off your energy. But pile number 2, you're strong. You are not a person to be messed with at all. Just like the tornado, you hit all of a sudden. You are capable of packing up, turning on a relationship or a friendship, ending it straight away and moving on, no matter how dear it was. If people are not respecting you, putting you as high regards as you have in terms of respecting you and giving back to you as well when you need them, or feeling like they love you back, not just for the things that you offer, for the real reason, when you need to talk to them, when you need them around, respectfully. And so you give many chances, you give without expectation of taking. But if you feel like the minimum amount of reciprocity, because of dearness, not because of give and take, because of the dearness in the relationship, if you don't feel like there is reciprocation of respect, if you feel betrayal, anything of that sort, pile number 2, you are ready to shut the door. And this really surprises people, and that's one of the things that makes you stand out as well. Not just your healing power and your beautiful divine energy and your ability, your high ability to have people love you to this extent, but also you stand out because you know how to respect yourself very well. You stand out because people remember not to not to mess with you. Because if one messed with you and you had to cut them off, the rest are watching. Pile number 2. And so they know how to be careful. Now they see both sides of you, that you give because you choose to give, because you're a beautiful person who wants to give to others, not because you're weak. And through this, your firm, let me take out the noise, the firm boundaries that you set after you've talked nicely and lovingly a couple of times are what really shows your true strength. You're capable of putting boundaries very well because you've given your heart. And if some people didn't respect it, the others know that you do set very good boundaries. You're capable of walking out, and you'll have other people talking to you about this, telling you, but you don't have to be so harsh, pile number 2. You don't have to be like a tornado and just cut people off like that. But you know you did the right thing. You're not there to negotiate your boundaries with anyone. Just like you give out your best, your heart and soul, you're confident when you cut them off. And other people can have their opinion, but you know how to protect yourself very well and your divine energy. And if it's not respectful, you have the high self-esteem and you cut it off. Pile number 2. Wow. Kudos to you, pile number 2. Oh, I feel like I want to be everyone's friend on this channel, but especially to you, pile number 2. I wish you were my friend. Such a sweet personality here. All right, so you have, oh, I was just saying. So pile number 2, you have the 6 of Cups that makes you stand out from the crowd. And what does that mean? It means that you are by nature a nurturing person, and that is not a surprise to me with the divine healing power that you have. Now, what makes you stand out is you are one of the very few people in your community that people can fully, eyes closed, nearly, because you know, it's always good to look out. But with you, pile number 2, really, people trust you with their eyes closed. That's one of the things that makes you stand out, your credibility. And your credibility takes you far, pile number 2. While it might look all nice when it comes to people trusting you, you get a lot of benefit from you standing out this way, because when it comes to your work, very quickly on, your leaders trust you, your managers trust you, your co-workers trust you, even the people who manipulate you, pile number 2, can trust and guarantee that you will do the right thing, to the extent that they may try to manipulate you with your own word. So they can call you and tell you, for example, you might get a call of someone telling you, oh, can you please come and help me? I feel so bad. And I'm not making fun of anyone. You'll see where I'm getting at here. And of course, you being the healing, divine healer that you are, you're definitely going to stop everything as much as you can and go out and try to heal them and help them out. Then you realize that that was a trap, and they use this trap to lure you into some of their malicious games or malicious trap, to let you do something that you don't want, take something from you and not give you back, something of that sort. And you realize it straight away. So they can count on playing games with you using your own honesty, your own credibility and your own empathy, pile number 2. But you're a tornado, my friend. When this situation happens, as usual, you're able to get up, cut them out, they're not in again, and they will remember this moment forever. High five to you, pile number 2. Just love your character. So yeah, people learn very quickly not to misunderstand you. And back to this point here, what makes you stand out is that, yes, people can rely on your credibility when it comes to friendships as well, not just business. It takes you far, because by people trusting you that much, you get a lot of beautiful, deep soul connections that not everyone gets to have like you. You really get to enjoy life because you get to enjoy the deeper part of life that not many people are wise enough or empathetic enough to understand, that their experience is much deeper than the superficial things in life. And it takes a lot of credibility, a lot of honesty, and a lot of empathy to reach that beautiful, nearly euphoric state of being with the kind of connections that you create. Pile number 2. People envy you for your connections and how people love you when they get to know you. When it comes to business, of course, that kind of credibility, that kind of nurturing that you have makes you empathetic towards the people who deal with you, whether these are your clients or your company's clients or your co-workers. You put your heart and soul, you make sure you deliver something honestly and well with full credibility, and over time this makes people trust you. They know they're getting the best from you, from your heart and soul, and you just create a business credibility towards you. Pile number 2. And if people later on question why you're so trusted, it's because you weren't thinking about anything else except giving the best, your heart and soul, to what you're serving. Pile number 2. So sweet, pile number 2. I almost want to tell you, be my friend. Okay, so you have the Fool. Let me take out the noise. Okay. So did you notice something, pile number 2? Your colors are just confirming to me that you are exactly what we are talking about. Exactly. Do you see that? You have all the purples and turquoises in here. Then you have the turquoise and the pinks in here. It's just consistent colors. This combination shows me, before we get into this card, a combination of being a healer and strong, because the red is all about strength, taking action, Aries energies, and the turquoise is all about the water energy, the heart. So you have a combination of both, and this makes me feel that you, pile number 2, are going to always be a young person at heart. No matter how old you get, you are always going to feel like you're this little girl or this little boy inside of you, and the numbers are just counting, and you're like, but I'm not matching with these numbers. What are these numbers and why are they happening to me? I am the same little girl or the same little boy that I was. What's going on? I might be wiser, but I'm not this number. So while everyone else is complaining to you about age and being tired and not that they're getting older, you at your heart don't feel like you're growing. You will forever remain this young, beautiful soul, because you have divine healing. You have a big mission, obviously, and it's this giving, pile number 2, that's your secret. One of your secrets. I'm not saying you're only, because there is the pink here, and you have a lot of passion towards life, a lot of passion towards things, especially with the Fool that we're going to talk about now. But along with that, your giving makes you young. The giving renews energy, and not everyone knows the secret. The more you give, the more you have energy flowing through you, and it keeps you young and fresh at heart. Pile number 2. It affects you even on a physical level, but that's a whole new video. We might do it at some point. Okay, so my point here with the Fool is that you come across, pile number 2, as a very optimistic person. And that really makes you stand out, because with the amethyst here, this card is predicted in a very unique way. The Fool here is holding an amethyst. So you are an optimistic person, stemming from your crown chakra, stemming from wisdom, not from haphazard decisions that you're not able to later on carry. So what makes you stand out here is that when things happen to your group, your work, your friends, when everyone's down, remember your healing power is like a tornado. You are the person who goes, you know what? Fine, whatever happened, happened. Let's get back up, put a new plan, and we can do it. It's not too late. That's an example of the type of energy. I'm trying to what's the word? Relay to you the energy I'm feeling from you. I'm sure of what I'm saying. You're the sort of person who would look at the positive side with passion. And initially it might sound naive, but when people listen to you, listen to your wisdom behind what you're saying, they'll go like, you know what? He or she's making absolute sense. We might actually be able to do that. And it makes you a leader, pile number 2. People are drawn to your optimism, your wisdom, your intelligence, and straight away they are ready to follow your lead into how to do things. You are capable of thinking of many different solutions and having the tenacity to go after it with your team, with your friends, or with your community, and having it done. Pile number 2. Wow, what an interesting character there. So we can go on and on with you, pile number 2, specifically on what makes you stand out. In fact, you might need a whole video on your own, but I guess I have to give time to the other piles. Pile number 2, I have the honor to do this reading for you. Thank you for watching this reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to hit your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. So I had a little bit of an accident there, as you can see, right before your pile, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go and prepare my matcha latte, relax, so I can get ready for this pile. And I got red food coloring all over my hand. Don't ask. But it is what it is. But I don't take signs that happen before a pile easily at all. It seems like to me, before we get into any oracle, your oracle card or your tarot cards, that pile number 3, you have been through a lot in life. It seems like you're now resting. You're now learning how to relax, take it easy. You've grown and calmed down, but you have been through a lot and you have lost a lot. In fact, you have lost dear things to you. And it took you through a strong time to realize how to take care of yourself, how to keep your emotions at bay, how to keep it calm, how the importance of relaxing and putting yourself first, pile number 3. And in fact, this kind of reminds me of the cinnabar stone. Let me go get it. It seems like this is the stone for both you and pile 4 moving forward. Let me get it for you. Yeah, so this is the cinnabar. As you can see, it has an effect similar to my hand and even my favorite book here. Ugh, I'm so sad. I had to control my emotions there. But it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. And you now have the cinnabar stone, which is critical for your reading for you and pile number 4. So now let's open up what your card has and see what makes you stand out from the crowd, pile number 3, because my God, are you a unique crowd there already with everything that's been going on. So you have relaxation. Pile number 3, this reminds me of the harvest moon, which is of course a full moon that occurs close to the autumn equinox, and is a symbol for harvesting. It's even called the harvest moon. Harvesting all the things that you've worked for in life. So this, ooh, it's very clear. So pile number 3, what makes you stand out is that people have seen you go through some very tough times in your life. They've watched you strive. They've watched you come out of it just like a dragon, and they've seen you achieve big things. Even though you almost felt like there was no hope for you. You've cried, You probably slept and felt like there was no hope in life at some point. And from nothing, you came out into everything like a dragon. And people are just in awe for you. Not only that, pile number 3, with your perseverance that makes you stand out like a dragon. You have grown, my friend. You have really grown. You've learned how to relax and calm down, like we were talking. Oh my God, exactly, relaxation. You've learned how to put yourself first, how to manage your emotions, and that not everything is worth you stressing out. And so right now you exude calmness, you exude relaxation, you have a soft vibe to you despite your internal strength, which we're going to talk about at length here, that makes people love your company. It makes people feel at ease being around you. They might think that you have a calm, beautiful life now, at least the new people that meet you, or the ones who have seen you transform. They, of course, don't know all the aspects that it comes to your life and how much you have to hustle and work. But at the end of the day, your energy has completely changed, pile number 3. You're a more calmer, wiser person now who chooses to be calm rather than have things stress them out. And that takes a lot of strength. That stems from your hard-headedness about achieving what you want in life. And that's why you have the harvest moon right there in your reading. You are after everything that pushes you forward in life to help you harvest what you want. You see a figure here reading, and in fact, my book, like I just showed you now, was Tamed, my favorite book there. And it really shows me that through the tough times, one of the things that you do is gain information. You love learning, you love growing, you have a growth mindset with the dragon, blood here. In fact, the cinnabar, which is a Persian word translated for the dragon's blood, you can see how strong this stone is, which is used to create ink and what's the word called? Why do I forget a word like that? What's the word called? Pigment. Create pigment, which shows that you're out here trying to create a mark on the world. It's a stone of the alchemy, being an alchemist. Yeah, your own magician. You look calm on the outside, but you're all about power on the inside. You read a lot. You are out there to make your dreams happen. You're out there to learn more and find out about how to do things, figure things out for yourself, constantly researching, reading, learning more in order to grow and make your dreams come true. A lot of perseverance, a lot of magician energy there, going after what you want. And it's that kind of energy that really helped you during these dark times in your life where you've lost everything. Like I mentioned, even the dear things to pile number 3. So I'm so sorry about that. I'm giving you a virtual hug here for everything that you've lost. And I'm letting you know I'm here for you. I really, really, really do care. Pile number 3. So if you want to connect with me in the comments section, I love reading your comments every day. I try to get back to them as much as I can. But no, I have heard you from my heart. I promise you that. Okay, so now I think we are ready to get into your tarot cards, and we can clearly see pile number 3, what makes you stand out. There's creativity. How did I miss that? What makes you stand out is your perseverance, your stamina, your strength. You're out there trying to make things happen, and you surprise people with how you get up like a wounded dragon and fly up again, achieving what you want in life. So kudos to you, pile number 3. Kudos to you. And I'm proud of you also. I want to say that. But again, what makes you stand out is something also very unique about you. You're a very creative person. In fact, you are a person who delights themselves at looking deeper at complex things and complex issues and finding simple solutions, elegantly simple solutions that explain the situation and figures out something that is brilliant. And when you're working in a team or alone, people can always see this creative energy in you. It's very strong in you. And while pile number 2 was divine in their healing power, your creativity is divine as well. You have a lot of crown chakra activated, strong activated crown chakra. And again, with you, pile number 3, it seems like you have a mission here, and your creativity and your ability to understand complex things sometimes and explain them simply, your ability to find simple, brilliant, creative solutions to so many things is really divine. In fact, you can see your creativity in general about in life in so many things. The way maybe you express yourself, how you dress, maybe in your work, your colors, the things you buy that solve things to you, the way you use things in different way to make it work, to make something else work in your life. You have this divine creative energy flowing in you that really helps you find creative ideas to your own problems, that helps you spring up and achieve the things that you want. And it helps you in your perseverance journey, because if you're, for example, creating a business, you can sure as hell count that it's not going to be yet another business. It's going to be creative, with creative solutions, with creative ways to communicate, maybe perhaps with your clients. There's just so much creative energies, creative future projects. It just, things pop up like popcorn in your head when you're thinking about ideas. Pile number 3, and people can really see that in you. They listen to you and they go, wow, that's a great idea. And you constantly get that sort of feedback when you're talking to people. So now let's pick up your tarot cards. With the harvest moon here, you're one of the very few people around you, and that's what always makes you stand out, that carries out what needs to get done to the very end, and you actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. With your high perseverance, you are not turned off by challenges. In fact, you face them head on, and you think of creative solutions on how to get around them. Constantly think of what to do next. That's the way you think. How can I move forward? It's never the end for you. And that's why you reap the labor of everything that you work on, including your personal development, pile number 3. You really work on yourself a lot, work on your career, work on your life. Everything that you want to improve, you're out there learning about it, trying to make it happen, pile number 3. Good job. So proud of you. Pile number 3. Wow, you have the star. So like the harvest moon with the cinnabar, which is the alchemist, and the star. I really see, pile number 3, that you're a person who knows how to make your dreams come true. This is what people really see in you. And not only that, again with the dragonfly and the star, I see that you're a person who easily stands out when you're around people. And that's because you don't only have a couple of things that makes you stand out, pile number 3. Just like my hands are standing out in this reading, the red spots here, you have so much about you that instantly makes you unique wherever you go. Whether you're passing by rough times or good times, whether it's your job or new friends that you meet, people can instantly pick up that you're a very unique person, the way you move, the way you dress, the way you talk, your life experiences in general, your intelligence and your knowledge, you name it, there's so much about you that makes you stand out, and people really look up to you. When you walk in a room, you are noticed. Pile number 3, you're the pile here that has this effect of everyone turning around and looking at them once they step into the room. You have this energy about you of knowing that you are special, that you're a star, that there's something very special about you that should be respected. Not that you're an arrogant person, you just really believe in yourself. You know that you're special deep inside your heart, and it shows and it exudes from you. Pile number 3. I think you're a person who people from afar, whether they tell you about it or not, feel like, I want to be that person's friend. I want to get to know this person. What are they up to? Your blessings show. Pile number 3. So interesting. So such an interesting character. Pile number 3. Imagine your pile being you standing out. And then now we're gonna figure out why. The Tower. Okay, now we talked already. I'm not gonna get into us talking about people already watching you go through challenges and succeeding at them, and watching you rise as a star. But here the Tower shows transformational energy. A pile number 3 with the combination of your cards there. You have strong power that shows strength in you, and this strength is intimidating for people, because you'll have people constantly comparing themselves to you, comparing what you do, and initially they think, oh well, I can do that, I can do that, which is great, because it shows that you're an inspiring person. But this is a reading here about what makes you stand out, and what makes you stand out is that people cannot really keep up with you. Your manifestation powers is very intimidating. Your ability to research and understand and find creative solutions and figure things out for yourself, and the stamina that you have to keep moving forward takes you miles apart from people, and it's really not just intimidating for people, it makes people shocked. You have this shocking effect. While they might have initially felt, hey, you know what, I can do that, now they're like, oh no, I can't do that at all. And you move from I can do that to being an extreme inspiration for people. For most people, at least. I'm sure pile number 3, you have a lot of people who unfortunately are jealous. That's the kind of effect that you have with the sort of harvest moon power that you have. But at the same time, you have a crowd that is inspired by you, whether they tell you or not. Am I dragging from the other pile here? No. I was worried about that. Your pile is just so interesting. I lost everything and focused completely on you. So you have this power to inspire a lot of people, and whether they tell you about it, pile number 3, or not, you better be sure that people are watching you, they're learning from you, they get ideas from you. In fact, you're one of the people who people think about and say, what would pile number 3 do? You might have phone calls, people seeking guidance from you. How can I do that? What did you do? How can I make that happen for me? And you'd be, you know what, you first have to do that. Don't forget about this. This part right there was a little bit tricky, but I solved it by doing that. Take care of this and this and this. Yeah, I can like write a list for you on what to take care of and what to do, and you'll be sure to do it right. Inspirational. Number 3. Inspirational. You come across as a teacher. Whether you're a teacher or not, you are a walking example of teaching, because everything that you do, your perseverance, your problem solving, your love to get ahead and create things just like a magician here with the magician power is like very inspirational. People watch and learn. Pile number 3. Certainly one of the very unique people that they meet. Unique is written all over your pile from the very beginning. Pile number 3. Okay. Ace of Swords. Very active mind, very smart person. We already talked about that. But with the Ace of Swords here, I see a little bit more than that. I see the ability to understand complex things. So pile number 3, one of the things that makes you stand out is your intellect. You come off to people always as someone who is leveled up in terms of their education. So you might have had a unique type of education, maybe engineering, you're a doctor, specialized in some sort of history or archaeology. Not necessarily, I'm just telling you what type of education I'm talking about here. Very specific type of education, or a person who's generally very well read, always researches, and always looks like a person who's leveled up in terms of knowledge in life. You can be sure that you are a person who's going to give an educated, informed advice. When people discuss things with you, they love to pick your brains. I get that a lot in my personality analysis piles. I attract people who have active minds. I know I have unique people on my channel. Thank you for sticking out and watching my channel. I'm honored to have you here. So yeah, with the Ace of Swords, I see that you might be a person who loves science, loves to read about science, loves to read not just about spirituality. Maybe you go deep down and get more information. You're someone who's well versed and knowledgeable in your work field. So you always stand out as someone who, when they talk, is about to hit it on the head. Someone who's about to say something very smart, has information, and everyone quiets down, wants to hear what you have to say, because they sure as hell know that you're going to say something that is creative and hits the nail on the head when it comes to the issue at hand that is being discussed. So it's definitely someone who they can rely on to listen to when it comes to teamwork. And if you work alone, pile number 3, you take leaps. In fact, I suddenly remember Neil Armstrong's words when he first landed on the moon. He said, "It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." That's the kind of energy that I see in you. And when you work alone on something, you know you're going to put your heart and soul, and this is why you came out of the dark times here, or about to come out. You have the star under that, but it's the same sort of energy that you put, this divine creative energy that we discussed from the very beginning, very clear here, that you put into whatever you want to achieve, and you take leaps ahead from everyone else. And again, as always, you're a person who people look up to, are inspired and shocked at what they can do, and absolutely learn from. So pile number 3, that was your reading. Have I enjoyed it? I love who you are. Please leave a comment down below so we can connect together. I would love to high five you, pile number 3. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to hit on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. So I was just telling pile number 3 that I left their pile before I started to go and prepare a nice matcha latte and relax so that I can do pile number 3 and 4 while I'm chilling and happy. And yeah, this happened. Don't ask how. I got red food coloring all over my hands. And not just that, I got it over my favorite book. And I never take my books in the kitchen. But I was like, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be careful. Yeah. And in case you're wondering why we have the cinnabar stone here, it's because I told pile number 3, for both your piles, these spots remind me of the cinnabar stone, and I always listen attentively to everything that happens before a reading or during a reading, because I know that spirit is there wanting it to deliver a message to you. So now let's get on with your oracle card and then your tarot cards. All right, sorry for the noise. Okay, so let's see, pile number 4, what your card is. Wow, you have miracles and a rainbow. 2 rainbows. Now, pile number 4, if you here have chosen 3 and 4, I am now not surprised at all. This whole shebang happened for both your piles, because imagine getting a miracle, getting a rainbow, and what makes you stand out? Because wherever there is a rainbow, anywhere around the world, people stop and stare. So imagine having a rainbow in a reading all about what makes you stand out from the crowd. And so it looks like, pile number 4, you are a very blessed person in so many ways, and you are instantly noticed anywhere. You have strong energy with the cinnabar here, and with the rainbow here. The rainbow is all about electromagnetic fields. Electromagnetic waves is part of the electromagnetic wave spectrum. And this really shows me that you have a plethora of things that makes you stand out. And this is why people look at you. You might look very beautiful, be very poised, be very smart. You might be a sweet person that knows how to communicate and have fun with people. You stand strong like a mountain, but as soft and sweet as butterflies and rainbows. Wow, pile number 4. With the cinnabar here, it's all about power, alchemy, alchemical power. And it seems like you have the capability of not just achieving what you want in life. It looks like you have a lot of potential in you, pile number 4, and that's what makes you stand out. People can see you and straight away have thoughts like, wow, pile number 4 is going to have a great life. Pile number 4, ever since you were a little kid, even until today, people look at you and say, this person is full of potential. This person is going to have an affluent life. This person is going to have a beautiful marriage. This person is going to go far ahead in life. That's the kind of thoughts that people have about you, whether you've already reached that in your life or not. These are the thoughts that people have about you when they see you, and they're in awe. They're awestruck here by who you are and how you present yourself, how you talk, how you walk, how you move, how you think, how you look like. Maybe you've had great education, you were lucky in life. You certainly, pile number 4, by all means, stand out from the crowd. You appear as confident and strong at the same time, pile number 4. So that's really, really interesting here. I'm mind blown to see a rainbow. See, it's like with your card here, pile number 4, it seems like you're miles away from people, and why you see a beautiful forest here that has a lot of potential. You are a big mountain so far ahead from how people can get noticed, with a beautiful forest that we all love to visit and enjoy. You seem like this tall mountain that you can see anywhere across the forest, and be in awe looking at. Sorry, pile number 4. Sorry about that, pile number 4. So back to your card here. With miracles, people see you, pile number 4, as a person who is very blessed in life. they feel like most people think that you really have it all, pile number 4, and that drives a lot of jealousy towards you. You constantly find people who were supposed to be inspired by you, are pushovers. They try to, while that works or not, you're a mountain here. A lot of the times you had to deal with people in your life who wanted to push you down. They were so jealous of you having all of these miracles, all of these blessings in your life, and it really aggravates them because it's not just one or two things. It seems like you have everything, and it makes them bitter and angry. And you've met a lot of people in your life who were trying to aggressively push you down, and you wonder, what is all this aggression? What is all this hate and anger? And there are two things to say about this, pile number 4. First of all, I'm so sorry for the horrible energy that you had to go through with these people, trying to spoil things for you. But at the same time, you should not ever give an excuse to anyone who treats you with hate. You just know that they are souls that are trying to find their way. There's so much for them to learn in life. And at the same time, you, pile number 4, you're not much aware just how much you're blessed. It seems like you've gotten used to your blessings, and they've become part of your everyday life, that you sometimes forget and stop and look at the miracles of what you have, and thank the universe, your spirit guides, or God for them, whatever you believe in, because it's this grateful energy that will really drive things towards you, just like the alchemy in the stone here. So take the time. This might be a message from your spirit guides, pile number 4. Take the time to stop and smell the roses. Live in the moment a little bit and enjoy everything you have, because boy, pile number 4, you are blessed, my beautiful friend, and you have a beautiful soul to you. You absolutely deserve what you have, pile number 4. What can I say? So pile number 4, this is the 10 of Cups. This is everybody's dream when it comes to emotions. So it seems like, pile number 4, you are one of the people that stand out in the crowd, not just because you are interesting, but you are so amazing, pile number 4, that you are one of those people where people right away feel like you are their dream. You have a lot of potential people who want to be your boyfriend or girlfriend or marry you in your crowd, and you constantly stand out in your crowd because you end up, whoa, do you see the rainbows carrying on? Unbelievable. So you constantly, wherever you are, when you mingle with people and they get to know you, they get to see what a beautiful person you are, how blessed and gracious you come across, as well as strong, interesting, and playful. I feel that a lot. I feel like you are always the one who's attracting people, who are crushing over them, liking them, and being interested in them. And you, again, jealousy keeps hitting my brain. It's like, I feel it, I see it very strongly for you. So I'm sorry about that, pile number 4. I truly am. You definitely do not deserve this, and I wish the souls around you that come across you to heal and to learn more about life and to learn to grow themselves. So pile number 4, you come across as everybody's dream to be with. You always have people who would dream to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You have people who constantly imagine being with you, and they're also aware that you're wanted. They can see other people liking you, and you give off the impression that you're a little bit intimidating because of all the options that you have, of all the blessings that you have, that you may not really be interested in them. So yeah, one of the things that makes you stand out, like we said, is along with everything else, is your ability to have people's interest in you. romantic interest in you, not just when it comes to your friendships. Pile number 4. Just like a mountain. One of the things that stands out in you, pile number 4, is that you create great boundaries. You're a strong character, pile number 4. And while you're blessed and you would like to share your blessings with other people as much as you can, you are also a very strong person. And while people have tried to mess and meddle with you, they've quickly learned that you will hit back. And while you don't want to disrupt peace, but if someone tries to test you, you will hit back. You will show them what you're made out of, and you will show them that you're very capable of defending yourself, that you will not take any labels. You don't care what kind of labels are going to be put on you, and you're going to stand up for yourself and defend yourself very well. So that's one of the strengths here. And the reason this makes you stand out is because people are stunned at how you can instantly, you don't wait for things to lurk and be patient with them, and then they hit you and now you don't know what to do. You instantly hit it when it's needed to be hit. You don't allow things to linger. You deal with them straight ahead. And so if someone disrespects you in any way, if someone does not treat you the way you believe you should be treated, you have all the confidence and all the strength and wit. You're a playful person, and all the wit in the world to stand up strong for yourself, show everyone, them and everyone, what you're made out of and what you can do if you're not respected. And so you turn jealous people from outspoken people who are ready to hit you to quiet jealous people who linger around and try to hit you somewhere else. But pile number 4, you are extremely blessed. You're loved by your spirit guides. You're protected, and a lot of these schemes fail, even if you have to endure them a little bit, because you are really protected, pile, and loved, pile number 4. You seem to be a beautiful soul who's got this balance between being beautiful inside and out and being strong, and knowing how to defend yourself whenever needed, pile number 4. I really love and admire your personality, pile number 4. What can I say? I always say I see amazing people in my piles, such unique people, and I'm honored that you chose to come here and watch this reading, pile number 4. So you have the 7 of Pentacles. So pile number 4, it looks like to me that you've always been the person who has done things easily. It comes natural to you to do what you need to do. You haven't been the person who suffered throughout childhood to learn self-discipline. You might have had loving parents who were organized and helped you out create a system that you now follow in your head. Or you just might have been a calm person by nature. And this tranquility that you have in your heart, this peace of mind that you live in, pile number 4, helps you carry out your tasks without much burden towards them, without much bitterness. And this slow, soft energy that you have really helps you do what you need to do in life. And people watch that about you. They find you responsible, and that's one of the things that makes you stand out. People realize that you're a person who comes off as, yeah, that's why you stand out. One of the things is, as if everything else wasn't enough, you seem to be a person who is responsible, an achiever, someone who knows their responsibility, makes sure they do what needs to get done easily and softly, without much pain, at least from the outside, present from the outside. And people see you as an example. They see you do everything so well. You almost seem magical. And that's why you make people feel a little bit, some people, not everyone, feel a little inferior. I'm sorry to them for feeling like that as well. Because you just seem to have life flowing for you easily. You know what you need to do, you know what you need to avoid, and you're simply moving in this energy flowingly. It comes easy to you, pile number 4. So you know your responsibilities, you walk through life easily. You're a high achiever, of course, with the cinnabar here, and you're slowly but surely building your career. You're like a star, pile number 4. You're really like a star. People love watching you. They feel like you have it easier than other people, because it seems like, again, with your strong character as well, you're able to maneuver through a lot of things in life that other people find challenging. With your wit, your playfulness, and your strong character, you're able to negotiate, you're able to put straight boundaries, you're able to do what you want in life, and that takes you ahead, which again makes people feel like you're way ahead, and they watch you from afar, either impressed and inspired and wanting to learn from you, or intimidated, angry, and jealous. And that's the sort of energy that you get. Either people are really in awe and impressed by you, or people just don't like you and they try to spoil things for you aggressively. But you're very strong, pile number 3. You don't allow that. You know how to stand up well for yourself. So kudos to you, pile number 4. Great job. Impressive personality here, pile number 4. And that's what I say. I always attract unique people. I'm very blessed. Spirit guides, please allow all the beautiful spirits to come to my channel. Thank you so much for being around. I'm honored. So you have 2 cards here, not just 1. So let's see why they came out together. Pile number... Whoa! Isn't this what we were talking about? So here's the deal, pile number 4. You have the Strength card right next to the Devil. So while jealousy is super strong towards you, you're an equally strong, good character on the other side. And you kind of have this... you have this evil and goodness kind of war. You know, like when you watch cartoons and you find this Captain Planet and an equally evil superhero fighting against each other. What happens? You always win, pile number 4. So don't worry if you always have bad energy around you from people who are jealous of your blessings. If people try to manipulate you, try to lie to you, you're not easily manipulated, pile number 4. You have a lot of people who try to trick you, try to manipulate you, try to play mind games, try to appear that they're impressed by you like everyone else, which of course they are. What I mean is, try to show you that they are on your good side, that they are cheering for you. You can easily see, very easily see their malicious plan, and you are able to constantly avoid. They never win with you, pile number 4, because you've seen so many of them throughout your life. You're well versed by now. You know how to deal with these people. You know their tricks, you know their maneuvers, you just know them, and they instantly see a very strong person knowing how to stand up for themselves. And you don't allow this BS to happen to you at all. They quickly learn that they are powerless in comparison to you, pile number 4. And so here straight away I can see what makes you stand out from the crowd and make you very attractive is your confidence and your strong personality. People can see you're a strong character, so you're not all sitting down looking pretty. Is that the expression? I think so, yes. Let me know down below if I said it right. You're not sitting down looking all pretty. Is that it? So, no. You are a strong character. You have your presence. There's strong energy that comes with you as you enter a room. People feel like they can't mess with you, and they test you, and they realize that they cannot be messing with you. Pile number 4. You easily spot the bad apples. You easily take them out from the very beginning by showing who you are and what you're made out of and what you can do. And you really stand out with your strong character. People really respect you for it. Pile number 4. Hell, I respect you for it. Pile number 4. So pile number 4, you're a very interesting personality. I really feel like I wish I can go on and on and on about you. But I feel like time is up now. I would love to get to know you more down in the comments section. Thank you for hanging around, like I said. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!